Welcome Aries to your reading for December 2025. So we're going to get straight into this. This is for your sun, your moon, your rising and your Venus signs, and it is a general reading, so please take what resonates and let the rest go. If this reading does resonate for you and you would like information on a private reading, you can do so by clicking on the link below in the description, which will take you to my booking page, which gives you access to my schedule, pricing, etc. And also, should you decide to book, you can book through that link as well. So let's get going. The deck I'm using is the Shaman Caselli deck. And we're looking at your general energy, your opportunity, your challenge, your unforeseen events, and your advice. It's a bit of a mixed bag, Aries. And let's see. So we've got, in your general energy, we have got the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is about an overflowing cup of emotion. Generally speaking, it's good because it's usually indicating some kind of new feeling, new positive feeling towards someone or something, where you just feel full of the joys. You know, it's full of, it can be the cup of falling, it can be the card of falling in love. It can be the card of an outpouring of emotion, of an abundance of feelings for something or someone. Then we've got the Four of Wands in reverse in your opportunity. I don't know why, but to me, this is about an opportunity to take yourself away from home, take yourself out of the familiar place that you're in and go and explore. Go and explore the unknown. Go and spread your wings a little bit in December. If you've got an invitation or the opportunity to do that, then don't dismiss it. This is telling you, for some reason, you need to take yourself out of the familiar, out of the comfortable, and go and find joy in the unknown. In your challenge is the King of Wands reversed, which is interesting because this could be an indication about you. It's that you're finding something challenging that you don't feel completely comfortable or in your essence for some reason in December. Now, I don't know why that is. Usually when your card comes in reverse, it's an indication that the fire's gone out a little bit. There's not enough spark or energy. But this could equally indicate someone else who's also a fire sign who has a negative impact on you. Negative fire signs are going to be very, you know, they're like a whirlwind of anger, almost, is what I get. Is, you know, when you do come across a bad fire sign, it's just a torrent of anger. And yeah, and that's what I'm getting. It's either, this is either about you or it's about someone that you're having to deal with. So the next card is the Hierophant in reverse in your unforeseen events. It's interesting. I'm getting the phrase, you felt let down. You feel let down by someone that's always been a source of comfort. Someone that you can rely on. Someone, for some of you, this is something to do with the church, which is interesting. It's like going to your local church to get some sort of comfort or advice, and somehow this time it's been a real letdown. Either it's just not been what you expected, or your certain favorite vicar, priest, whoever you want it, you know, depending on what your religion is, isn't there. This could also be about the teacher, or something's missing is what I'm getting. It's you're someone who brings structure to your life, or something that brings structure to your life, Aries, is missing. And it's unexpected. It's the first time you've had to deal with it for some reason. The Six of Pentacles in reverse is in your advice. I'm smiling because these cards are not easy to interpret when it's a negative card but being given to you in a positive place. So the Six of Pentacles is about giving and receiving. It's about an equal exchange of energy, but again, it's coming in the reverse position, which means that maybe there's an expectation here that you've given, and therefore you're expecting something back to a certain extent, or it's apparent to you now that you're the one in need and nothing's happening. It's that kind of energy. And the reason this is in your advice is just to let go of that idea, let go of that sense of disappointment, because at the end of the day, we only ever have ourselves to rely on. Don't ever expect or rely on someone to show up for you because you showed up for them 5 years ago or however long ago, even if it was yesterday and now they're not there. I mean, let's do the clarifying. So show me the Ace of Cups for Aries. Clarified by the Eight of Wands reversed. And the Moon. For some of you, this could be about travel plans. It's that that Ace of Cups is about a feeling, an abundance of good feelings, because you may be going somewhere. It's somewhere you're looking forward to spending time. Maybe you're going to be spending time with a friend, or you're going to go to a particular place which is one of your favorite places to visit. Who knows? But the Eight of Wands in reverse does indicate that there might be problems or delays in those plans. And the Moon is... There's just a sense here, a little bit of... Sorry to show you these cards. There's the Eight of Wands reversed. And the Moon. Things not being as they seem with the Moon. The Moon is always about a bit of an illusion going on. I don't know, it feels like you are under some kind of illusion or under a spell. It's almost like that kind of energy I'm getting. It's like what you're expecting from something with this Ace of Cups is not what you're going to get, is what I'm getting. It's interesting. It's like there's a feeling of overwhelming love or affection for something or someone, but that's not how it actually is, if that makes sense. It's like the expectation of something is not going to end up being what you expected. The Four of Wands reversed, clarified by the Magician reversed, and the King of Cups. So the Magician reversed is something to do with poor planning. There's also a sense of getting away from something. With that Four of Wands in reverse and this Magician in reverse, it's like there's the opportunity here for you to get away from a situation that's going on around you. You don't have to be there. You have the perfect chance to remove yourself from it. And it could well be going on in your home. Okay. The King of Cups feels like the person you should be going towards, because they are someone who's very emotionally balanced. They're very compassionate. They're very diplomatic. They are in control. They have just the right balance of like leader and empathy, if that makes sense. It's like that they're not too overly assertive. They have just the right amount, but at the same time they're very empathetic, very kind and compassionate. So there's an opportunity for you to go to this person, possibly a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. King of Wands reversed in your challenge, clarified by the Four of Swords reversed and the Three of Swords. So this is like the apex of this reading. This is the pinnacle. This is why you are feeling out of sorts or uncomfortable. The Four of Swords in reverse is about burnout and exhaustion, almost maybe being unwell. It could be struggling with your emotional health or your physical health. But there's a feeling of loneliness and isolation, and things being cancelled, or I don't know. It's just like something's going to deeply disappoint you. That's what it feels like. The Three of Swords is pain and suffering. And again, it feels like something you've built up in your mind to be something so much different to what it actually is, that when it doesn't happen, or when you get let down by this thing, it feels enormous. It feels crushing, but it shouldn't do, because it was never that big in the first place. So the Hierophant reversed. For some of you, this is also an indication of your marriage. Okay, I will say that. For some of you, there could be something here about your marriage, is that maybe your marriage has been going through some tough times, and that just recently you've really felt like you're on the up and everything's going to be fine. But maybe that's the illusion. Maybe it's you've been holding on to hope, because the Hierophant in reverse does indicate that things aren't great as far as that's concerned. The institution of your marriage is struggling. Clarified by the King of Pentacles reversed and the Knight of Swords reversed. Someone you're dealing with here is quite stubborn. They're the type of person that's materialistic. They're more concerned with what they can gain out of a situation. Regardless of which way it goes. If I'm in it, I want to make sure I gain materially. If I'm out of it, I want to make sure I gain materially. Whichever one I'm going to end up with more from, I will go with. It's that kind of person and that kind of energy. The Knight of Swords reversed. Is probably more about you, because it's left you feeling like a loose cannon. You don't know which way to go. You feel very indecisive. You feel very unsure. It's almost one of those situations where you just say, I can't decide, so I'm going to toss a coin and then let the coin decide. It's that kind of thing where it's a bit reckless. But the Six of Pentacles reversed. Again, this is about you putting something into something that you're not getting anything out of, and being resentful because of that. The clarified by Justice and the Seven of Wands. So the Justice card is about fairness and truth. And you only have to ask yourself that question. You don't need to ask whether someone else has been fair or honest, because if the answer is no, where does that take you? You can't change it. There's nothing you can do about it, but you can ask yourself that question and say, have I been fair? Have I been honest? Have I done everything I possibly could to the best of my ability? How many people say yes? Be honest though. You have to be ruthlessly honest, because quite often you'll find when you do ask yourself that question and confront yourself with it, the answer will be no. I've not always been fair. I've not always been honest. And then you know that you are partly responsible for what's happening. The Seven of Wands is about your it's about your perseverance. It's also about maintaining your control, holding your own, standing up for yourself, but also make sure that you own your own failings, your shortcomings. This isn't all about placing blame on someone else. It's being the bigger person and saying, I admit I did not do this well. I did this wrong. I failed at this, you know, and just say, this is where we are now and this is what we have to deal with. So not the best reading, Aries, but I feel like it's a necessary means to an end in order for you to move on to something much better. So let's do your oracle. And we're doing the 108. And your card is unchanged, and it says at this time the situation is stable and unlikely to change. So that's interesting, because that's a huge clue for some of you who have been holding on to hope or unrealistic expectations that things aren't going to change. Your situation is not going to miraculously just suddenly cure itself tomorrow or get better. It's unchanging. It's going to stay as it is, regardless of how much you believe the opposite. So I'm going to leave you with your reading, Aries. As always, thank you for your love, your support, your encouragement and your engagement that I return to you tenfold. I'll see you next time. Enjoy the journey.